Okay, welcome everybody to Brian Ing doing his thing. I am Brian Ing, and today we're going to be checking out Sheikh Almandi. Last week we were all the way in Orleans, and this week we're going to be in the Bayshore area. And so this is one of the places that we don't really check out too often, but in that little Coliseum area, there's a whole bunch of restaurants that we haven't even tried out yet, and this is one of them that I want to check out. So let's check it out. Unfortunately, I thought the place originally had seats for us to eat indoors, but it's all takeout. So they were nice enough to give us some samples of things that they're going to be having coming up in the next week. It's a little bit salty for me, but like it had a lot of flavor to it. I have a test lentil soup over here. I'm going to give it a try. It's got a lot of texture to it, nice salt, savory flavor to it. It's pretty cool that when you're waiting around, they let you test out some of the stuff that they don't normally have right now. What I got here was the family platter, which consists of 6 lamb kebabs, 2 shish taouks, 2 tekka lambs. To add it up, I added some mandi rice right over here, and this is their specialized rice. You can see some raisins, cashews, assortment of spices. It looks great right off the bat. So what I'm going to try off first, and forgive me if I'm doing this wrong, but I believe this is sort of like the salsa that you put on top of the meats. So I'm going to do that with my meal here. I'm going to add it with some rice. You know me, I have to have my rice with my stuff. Mediterranean dishes, their rice is like very flavorful. I love the rice. These look like cheese-filled pitas. I'm not too sure what this is. They added this on top of it. I'm going to give this a try. Very interesting here. They added a pita at the very bottom of the tray, so it soaks up some more of the juice of the meats. It's pretty cool because you can see that they have like flavoring on top of it as well. So there's flavor upon flavor upon flavor for this meal over here. So first of all, I'm just going to try up this pita here. It doesn't taste like cheese. It's more like a cream to it. Very savory. It's actually very delicious. I would eat that by itself. But there's like almost some sort of like crispening of the pita, so it's got doesn't necessarily taste like a regular pita. They oven cooked it a bit. Starting off with the lamb. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you why I like this lamb. They've got a great mixture of fat and meat to this. This is a perfect combination. I was talking to Perna 2 weeks back. When we went to Penelope's, this tastes like fresh lamb. Added with the rice. So, the rice gives it a little floral taste to it. Nuts give it a little character with a little crunch to it, but the spices, they just add this floral taste to it. It's not like saffron like what we've had with other Indian rice dishes, but it's somewhat similar because it's got that floral kind of flavor to it in the background. This is the pita at the very bottom. Just wondering why it's red at the bottom. I want to see what the taste is. It's not spicy. It's just more of like a savory, saltier flavor. I believe this is the shish taouk. Here I'm gonna add a little of the sauce to this one. And that sauce is sort of like, it almost has the consistency of a salsa. Similar to what we saw back in the day when we went to Supreme Kebab. Alright, let's check this out. It's so tender, but definitely, this is chicken. It's definitely chicken. There's a little spice to it. Not very spicy, but there's a slight spice to it. That's undeniable, but very delicious as well. You can't call this boring food because it's got a lot of flavor to it. We have the lamb kebabs. Again, I'm gonna put in a little sauce to us. Cheers. Very good as well. This is very flavorful as well. You can almost like mistake this for beef actually. This is like very close to the same thing. What I'm gonna try out is this tomato. I don't know if it's gonna taste a little different. So you can tell that it's grilled, this tomato. Cheers. This adds a little moisture to everything because, you know, here you have the meats, you have your rice, and it just gives you a little moisture through the whole flavor of your meal. Right, so one of the last things I didn't even see on the plate there, this Tupperware of peppers. It almost looks like jalapeno peppers, so it might actually be. So I think this is to add the extra moisture to your meal as well, as if you don't, similar to the tomatoes. Let's see what this is like. Oh, that's pickles. Very sour pickles. With a hint of spice to it. You need to put rice to this. By itself, it's too strong. That's kind of cool because you mix this with the rice, you get a little extra sweetness to it. I don't know what it does to your tongue, but it contrasts your tongue to add like sweetness to the flavor of the rice. Very cool, and it balances out the dinner that you're gonna have. So add this to your rice with your meat. Great meal. Me personally, if you go there again, go for the lamb or go for the lamb kebab, but go for the lamb for sure. That's my favorite of all the things over here. Lamb, you kind of need the rice because lamb by itself is just meat. You kind of like balance your meal. So have your meat and tomato with it, and you're perfect over there. Now, for those that are used to kind of more basic flavors, this is going to be kind of bombastic to you. It's going to be in your face because the flavors are like so big. But for me, I love this sort of stuff. So for me, I can highly recommend this place. It is quite busy there actually. If you're ever going to go over there, book ahead. Depending on the busyness of the restaurant, it might take you a little while to get your food. But when you get your food, it is definitely worthwhile, as you can see here. That's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.